Martin, can you tell us what exactly you and Don Argus will do? I mean, are you two going to be a consultation panel of two, and do you have a schedule of meetings?
Look, in terms of the Argus-Ferguson committee, firstly I've got to nail down the terms of reference. There'll be a couple of other names added to that panel. It is in essence an implementation committee. For example, how do you handle magnetite? With respect to what's the definition of mine gate from different industries' perspectives. They're the type of issues that we'll be attending to. It is a transition committee aimed at implementation. And I think time is on our side because we're talking about an exposure draft of the legislation should we win the next election, coming on the table towards the middle of next year. And I remind you that the tax does not apply until the 1st of July of 2012, so there's plenty of time to actually get the implementation right. That informs the nature of the draft legislation. We then provide an exposure draft and we eventually debate it in Parliament.
Martin, will you also set the rules that established how you calculate market value of these major enterprises at this time?
Obviously that's one of the issues that's going to be debated. It's clearly got to be established, but I think the general principles are there. And clearly in that process we'll have to consult Treasury and the Department of Taxation because they are complicated issues and we've just got to get it right. I think some of our early considerations have got to be around those issues.
Would you agree that given that ABAE has put out these forecasts of prices, that they would be the prices by which the market value will be set?
I'm not going to preempt any consideration by the Argus-Ferguson committee with respect to those matters. Let's just leave those issues to proper process.
Well, can you give us a sense of what is actually up for negotiation? Is it possible for you to negotiate a reduction in the revenue of some sort?
I think we've established the parameters which are to be applied in terms of transition by the Argus-Ferguson committee, but I actually think that we're confident about the revenue stream. I think industry understands that because they saw the nature of the package announced, not only went to the nature of the tax, but also we were required, as we always said, to cut our cloth to achieve a broadening and strengthen the Australian economy on a broader front. We're not about to cut our revenue stream because this is just not about a profits-based tax system. It's also about, for example, the importance of my tourism portfolio and how we take some pressure off that portfolio in terms of, the pressure on wages, competition for skilled labour, all those associated issues.